Hi everyone. I am recording this from Berlin. I'm sorry to miss my brother's rebirth ceremony, but I'm there in spirit, and I'm thankful that he organized it so that that our family and friends can come together over these thoughts and ideas. And I think about my grandmother every day. But to kind of boil it down, three things that I think about often are the first being her journey from India to the States, to Lexington. And I think about that often because I just recently moved here to Berlin. And I think about how different it was for her culturally. Everything from she was the only one in our neighborhood wearing a sari. I mean, there were some people, in the perimeters that she found later that were also coming from India, but she was really unique and both in the clothes that she wore and also the language and just the culture, just the general way of people interacting. And now having been to Mirzapur and all over India, it also just looks very different, and the weather is very different, and yeah, the way they interact is very different. And I think about how graceful and fearless she was. I mean, at least I'm sure she had other emotions that maybe she didn't share with the kids, but to me, she always, carried this kind of openness and fearlessness. And then because of that, she was able to connect with so many people, and really, I think by the end of her time there, really feel like she had a community and like she felt comfortable there. And the US to Germany isn't that different compared to the US when you compare the US to India, but there are certainly cultural differences and language here. And so I'm struggling with that right now, or I'm going through that kind of transition, and I think about her every day because of the way that she, how beautifully she led her life. Then I also think about the kind of rituals that she did in the morning and throughout the course of the day to kind of, keep her spirit just buoyant. And I also am doing some of my own rituals every day to try and keep myself in a good place. So that's also something that she taught me and that I think about with her, because she really lived by example. Like, she would wake up every morning super early, do her yoga, and then she would go for a walk to this temple and visit, and then she, it was so many things that were just woven into the way that she lived her life, and we would see that every day with her reading the Ramayana every day, and writing down Ram 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 in the notebook, and all of these things I'll never forget because they were part of my life too. And I really, maybe at the time when I was younger, I didn't have as much respect, but now I really get it and really value it. So that was the other thing. And the last thing is more like, I don't know, recently it's more just an image that keeps coming into my mind of her being in some kind of musical setting. Maybe it was an Indian function, or I think also even American music. She would do this sometimes, but she would put her hands together and clap and then kind of rock back and forth. And I don't know why, but that image has been coming into my mind a lot lately because she was just really, when she would clap like that and kind of rock back and forth, she would just get really into the whatever we were doing in this way that was like very open and joyful and really beautiful. And yeah, I just remember that part of her spirit, and I hope to carry it forward. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, bye.